It's time for week 2 in that fantasy football season. Are you ready for some picks? Right after this. Here we go.
Oh shit.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys had an amazing week 1 and took home some cash in DraftKings, and if it's yearly, you took home that W. Now we're going to talk QBs, wide receivers, running backs, and the tight ends you should be picking this week, and of course your defense. But first, it's time to get fresher in the face. Time to freshen up. Now let's start off with the quarterback and talk about Aaron Rodgers. And you saw what he did last week. He threw for 4 touchdowns. He threw for over 300. He's probably going to do 3 for 300 again. And we're going to pair him with his wide receiver because you know who that has to be. Now, you know they drafted a QB behind him, but that doesn't matter. He's going to go out there. He's going to show you guys how to play football. He's going to be a top 5 QB this year. I really think he's going to show up. So get him in your lineup. I know he's a little expensive at $6,900, but that's okay. We're going to spread the love elsewhere and stack 2 tight ends this week. Now let's fill up on some running back action. Now first up with the running backs, I'm probably going to talk about him all year, and that's Derrick Henry. The guy's a beast. His value is equal to himself right now. So expect him to be in a lot of people's lineups, but that's okay. You kind of need him this week if you're going to want to put up the big money. He's going to do 20 to 30 points. This is just what he's going to do all year. So make sure you put a little DH in your lineup, get that beast going, and pair him with another motherfucker that's going to show up this week, and that's Jonathan Taylor. JT is absolutely surreal. You guys saw him when he took over from Marlon Mack last week. The guy caught mad balls, and he's probably going to catch some this week again and have the bulk share of the running game. And now you see him, he's a man amongst boys out there. He's already looks like he's in mid-season form. And for $5,700, yes please, and thank you. Now with JT and DH as your running backs, I really think that's going to be a nice little point total to start off with, a good 40 points right there at least. But let's talk about those wide receivers. First, I need to receive this. Now let's get into those wide receivers, and we talked about pairing people before, and Davante Adams is who we're pairing Aaron Rodgers with. Because, I mean, look, those two together, it's like water. It's just a beautiful thing to watch, and I really feel that they're going to do the same thing week in and week out. And I know he's expensive at $8,100, but that's okay, because we're saving money with 2 tight ends this week. And 2 low-end wide receiver ones. And the first one I'm going to mention is Robbie Anderson in Carolina. Guys, we knew what was going to happen when he was going to get there. We knew Curtis Samuel was going to take a step back in that depth chart, and Robbie Anderson was going to step up. We kind of figured that Robbie Anderson was going to be the number 1 in that lineup. I mean, he has so much talent. We saw what he did with a kind of crappy quarterback in a bad situation with the Jets. So you pair him with a good situation in Carolina, which, I mean, it's not the best of situations, but it's a better situation than he had. He's going to show up, and the dude wants to ball out, and I think he's going to do so. And at $5,200, he's going to ball out again. Expect him to have at least 5 for 100 at a touch. I really expect another big ball from him, and pair him with another low-end wide receiver 1 this week, and that's Darius Slayton. Now, Darius Slayton is the true number 1 over there in New York. There really isn't anybody. We kind of thought Evan Ingram was going to have a bigger role than he is, but he really hasn't. And Darius Slayton is a fucking solid baller. So at $5,000 as a wide receiver 1 that's going to put up 15 to 20, I like that. Now, Slayton does have a high upside. Don't expect that 30 every week. Expect the 15 to 20. That's more where he's going to end up. So pairing him with a Robbie Anderson at 52 and a 5,000, I think that's a nice little wide receiver core to have, especially with number 1s out there to get that Davante Adams into your lineup, that high cost. But we're going to talk some tight ends that are going to save you some more money right after this. And now let's talk about those tight ends, and we gotta talk about Dallas Goedert, who's a wide receiver in tight end form. This guy put up 8 for 9 last week with 101 and a touch. I expect a very similar score every week from him. I don't expect 8 of 9, 9 targets and 8 catches, but kind of what I do expect is 5 catches, 7 targets, 70 to 100 yards and a touch. The guy is solid as fuck. They don't have wide receivers there. They have Zach Ertz and they have Dallas Goedert. That's it. That's who they have to go to. So at 5,000, I like him in that lineup. And I like another guy who's coming back. He's out in San Francisco. And unfortunately, Kittle did get banged up. And look, when opportunity knocks, Jordan Reed might answer it. So check out Jordan Reed this week at $2,600 to throw in a flex. That's how you're able to get all these numbers in your lineup, man. So get Jordan Reed in your lineup if Kittle is not playing. If he is playing, we'll try to finagle this lineup. We might lose Davante Adams and go with a D-Hop and try to figure out a better flex situation. For now, this is how we're going to look, and we're going to talk about the defense we're going to round it out with after one more fresh hit of these greens. And last but not least, that defense, and we're going to go with the Ravens at 3,600 this week because I really feel they're going to be playing up in this game. Deshaun Watson's going to make a lot of bad decisions, kind of like what he does in every game lately, and they're going to turn the ball over a lot. So it's going to look bad at first, but expect the end of the game, maybe an INT return for a touchdown, maybe a couple fumbles. We're going to see a few sacks for sure. So I really do like the Ravens this week at $3,600, and that's going to round out the lineup. I hope you guys copy this and make some money this week. Before we get out of here, we're going to celebrate with a fat-ass dab out of this awesome torch from Yocan with some terp serum. Oh, baby. So here we have some of this Chiquita Banana OG terp serum from Zen as Fuck Carts. And guys, this is amaze balls. Oh, fall to me, bananas. Oh, kind of looks like a banana. Okay, guys, let's cheers to week 2. Oh man, that's just fucking epic. Now thank you guys so much for hanging out with me again. I hope you take home cash in week 2. Keep doing what you're doing for the community. Fucking vote. Stay beautiful. And most importantly, stay lit.